You're on now.
Okay. Right, what time? Oh, we're on a minute early. I'll give people a chance to get on. Okay. Good morning. This is how bad I am. I've accidentally gone live. But that's fine. I'm only a minute early, so I will just talk to myself for a minute. I've got Tom here with me today, so...
Hello!
He's supposed to be helping me, but he...
Supposed to be helping.
Well, he did help
Cheeky.
me, but he told me too late that I was live.
I said push that button and you'll go live, and then you were shocked.
I was shocked. How's everyone doing? It's a bit mad, this weather, isn't it? 1 minute we're getting sunburnt, and then the next minute it is tipping it down and thunder and lightning. It's a bit of a funny sight because we've got a paddling pool in the garden, and it's basically just being filled with rainwater at the moment.
Get people to say hello if they're on.
Oh yeah, say hello if you're on. And be thinking about this question that I posted, which hopefully you saw. How has your life turned upside down during lockdown? What will you keep and what would you change back? So this is to celebrate my 5th single, Upside Down, out today. Has anyone heard it yet? Has anyone been on Spotify or any of the other music platforms? I should be able to see comments today because we've got another device set up next to me, so it should be better than last time. So yeah, we're going to have just a little chat. Hopefully you guys will chat with me, otherwise it will be me talking to you for 15 minutes. So that question, how has your life turned upside down during lockdown? And what will you keep and what will you change back? Morning, Marie. Ah, Marie's at work but watching, that's nice. Yeah, so if any of you want to share, I'll share one of my upside down things about lockdown and whether I'm enjoying it. And so if you just want to type yours in the comments, that would be great, just to hear about how different people have been, affected by lockdown. And it can be in a good way. You might have discovered something new, a new talent or a new hobby, or you might really enjoy just being in the house, or maybe you are struggling a little bit with it and hoping for a swift end. So for me, one of the biggest changes of lockdown has been having all 3 kids at home and not at school. So I'd only just got my my youngest son into school probably just over a year ago, maybe 2. And I was just beginning to enjoy that time on my own. Actually, that's how I had time to write the album. And then all of a sudden they are back. So I am looking forward to that changing back, I think. So that is something I would change back. I definitely wouldn't choose to homeschool, that's for sure. But I am enjoying the slower pace of life. And enjoying not having to rush around so much and be planning things. All good things, like, some of the groups that we ran, toddler groups and things. All lovely things, but it has also been nice to not have to plan so much. So, yeah. How about you? How's your life turned upside down in lockdown, and what things would you keep and what would you change back? So while I hope that you might type some of your ideas, just this song was the first song I wrote, and some of you might remember it. I released it on my birthday last July, and we recorded that version with Phil Lanyon just down at the church hall. And it was after that I decided I wanted to do a whole album and not just one song. So really, this song today, Upside Down, was the one that kick-started the whole album. So it does have a special place in my heart because of that. And it feels like a bit of a dream come true to now be holding a hard copy of the CD, thinking that it started this journey with this song last year. And just to say, these CDs will be available from the 1st of July. I am going to put a link up, so everyone will be able to get hold of one of these from the 1st of July. And I thought as well I'd tell you a little bit about why I wrote it. But let me check, has anyone shared yet? No, you're all... Hi, Joe. Hi, Lord. So basically you're all just loving lockdown then. Oh, and Gwari, let's see. So keeping the relaxed pace of life for sure. Yeah. That is definitely a good thing about lockdown, isn't it? Just the fact that you don't have that pressure even of getting the kids ready for school and picking them up. That is definitely a good one, and Gwari, thank you for that one. Come on, don't be shy. We can't actually see you, you know, when you type your question. So there's nothing to be camera shy about. So it'd be great to hear, how has your life turned upside down during lockdown? What are you enjoying and what are you not enjoying so much? What are you looking forward to returning to normal? Just to celebrate this song today, Upside Down. And Gwari, love the artwork on the CD. I know, it's fab, isn't it? It was designed by a guy called Simon Baker from 13 Creative, so I would recommend if anyone's looking for artwork. Okay, so Joe. Not easy having everyone home all the time. Learned to make scones. Cover my greys with hair dye. That is a good one. I did that. And plant some fruits and veggies. Yeah, I think a lot of people have got into baking and cooking, haven't they? I think that's a really positive thing, because I think probably that might be something that people will continue doing after lockdown, won't it? Thanks for sharing that, Joe. Marie is totally enjoying the lack of pressure of not having to go to cinema shopping. Really? Not having to go to cinemas shopping or eating out, and the peace and quiet of it all. Okay. Yeah, so you're enjoying that. No,
she doesn't have 3 young children.
Well, that's it.
Peace and quiet.
Well, that's it. We went to the cinema for peace and quiet. We don't get that in the house. But that's fab, yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Marie. Thank you. And Gwari, I'm not liking the lack of human contact. Yeah, you are a hugger, and Gwari, aren't you? And Gwari gives great hugs. But so I understand that. I'm one of those middle huggy people, so I'm missing good hugs. Yeah, I'm missing good hugs. I understand that, yeah.
You can still hug me, but that's not good.
Oh, I can hug Tom, yeah. It's quite good, yeah. And Joe, looking forward to having a coffee out with hubby on our own. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think that's the hard thing, isn't it? Because you can't even just go for a walk on your own and leave the kids in. Well, ours are too young for that anyway. But yeah, that'll be lovely, won't it? Tal, the hardest thing for me has not been able to have my support networks or my releases from life in places like the Wednesday nights away from the kids. I miss peace and quiet so much, and time to reflect and think. Yeah, we miss that too, Tal. So Tal, yeah, comes along to we do a Wednesday night. Well, we started with Alpha 2 years ago, and as I said, 2 years later, we are still doing Alpha. We just never stopped. Nobody wanted to stop meeting, so we eat together, and so we're all missing those Wednesday nights of kid-free chance to chat about the deep things of life. That is right. Learning to be more self-sufficient. I considered making my own toilet paper. Wow. Wow, that is that desperation, or is it is there a niche? What do you make toilet paper out of?
Well, paper. But like
how do you make toilet paper? Oh, I'd be interested to know. Stick the instructions on here, Gwari. Leslie Ann, realise I only need a micro wardrobe and have saved lots of shopping. Saved lots from shopping in charity shops. But they are open again.
Oh, the shops are open again now. Of course.
Do you know, I discovered Next was open yesterday, and I only popped up I'd run out of moisturiser, so I ran up to Boots, and there was Next, and it was calling me, and I did go in, and they had a clearance section, so I bought winter coats and everything. It was amazing. But yeah, I agree. I've probably worn similar clothes in every one of these videos. I have to try and remember what I wore, but you definitely don't need that many clothes, do you? Good morning, Amir. Nice of you to join us.
Leslie Ann said newspaper for making toilet.
Oh. Do you know, I just don't like Didn't they used to use toilet paper anyway?
Newspaper.
Sorry. Didn't they used to use newspaper for doing that kind of
Anyway,
thing?
this conversation went to a strange place.
I know, Ngwari, that was your fault. Emma, Ngwari, you've come a long way in your hugs, Emma. It used to be like hugging a wooden plank. I've known Ngwari since 2003. And yeah, I wasn't particularly a huggy person. Ngwari would hug you if she's just met you. I was more of a... so I've definitely come a long way. Which is good. Oh, thanks for joining in with that. that would have been me just talking to you guys. So for the last couple of minutes, I just thought I'd tell you a little bit about the song Upside Down, and then we're going to watch the there's no lyrics video for this one, so it's just the audio. And actually Facebook have been really cheeky. We uploaded the song and they have muted it because they say that I might not have written it. So we're going to put a YouTube link on so you can watch it as normal, but it will actually take you to YouTube, and hopefully that's not going to happen for the rest of the singles. But yeah, so Upside Down, as a Christian, I look to see how Jesus lived his life and try and do the same in some kind of way. And the more I look at his life, the more I realise what a revolutionary he was. He booked all the trends of the time. He things like he would empower women, which at the time women were just not seen as a valuable part of society, and he would empower them to follow him and to be the women that he created them to be. He reached out to those on the edges of society, so people that society just disregarded for whatever reason. He would reach out with them and give them a purpose for living. He would teach people things like loving your enemies. So real upside down stuff, you know, stuff that at the time people were thinking, you know, it's just madness. And he did it without violence. He did it without force. He just taught others gently to do the same. And here we are 2,000 years later with millions of followers all around the world trying to emulate that kind of peaceful, countercultural way of living. And so I was thinking of how we do that in our society today. And this song basically just asked the question, what if? So what if we stepped out of the rat race and stopped chasing that bigger and better thing that we think we need, and instead sharing the wealth that we have with those who need it more than us? What if we stopped seeing people as a means to get in a higher position? So sometimes we use people, don't we, to get ourselves further. It might even be subconsciously we see people as someone who could meet our needs, rather than helping them get ahead of us. It's so countercultural and uncomfortable, that it's a challenge for me as much as a challenge for anyone, I'm sure. So that is what this song is about. And really the challenge is, let's be peaceful revolutionaries who live by a different set of rules, from a different kingdom, the kingdom that Jesus brought when he came to the earth and then said to us, go out and do the same. So we can do that in a peaceful and non-violent way. We can demonstrate it in the way we live. Yeah, so I hope that it does inspire people, or even just makes you think, oh yeah, what if? Yeah, so I just wanted to share why I wrote the song and what it means to me. So I hope you enjoy it. It's going to be on, well, let me just, there's a couple of other messages. Hey Amber, hey Phil, we are good, we are good.
Phil worked during the whole of lockdown.
Oh, Phil worked during the whole of lockdown. That is tough. So you didn't get that break. That's the thing, you know, it depends how you view it, doesn't it? Some of us got the break and we're all a little bit fed up of it. And then there are some who longed for that break, I guess, you know, and you didn't really get it. But hopefully, oh, Tommy says hi. Hopefully things are gonna, you know, return to normal, or whatever normal is, I guess. But hopefully we can learn something from it and take something from this kind of jolt to our normal life, and that our lives will be better for it afterwards. But yeah, here comes the single. It's on obviously Spotify, it's on all the music platforms, so it's going to premiere, and it will be on YouTube, as Facebook have muted the audio, sadly. Enjoy the single. I'd love to hear from you if you enjoy it, and as always, share it if you want to. Thanks so much for joining me.
I'll put the link in the comments to the YouTube video.
Okay, Tom's put the link in the comments to the YouTube video, so it'd be fab if you could. We're going to go and watch it live now. It'd be fab if you could join me. Yeah, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you joining me and not leaving me on my own on these things. Bye for now.